You have to tell me every day this week to record. Sorry. If I say the diameter of a tree varies directly with its age, and we have a 15-year-old tree that has a 3.75-inch diameter, and then you have how old will the tree be that has a 25-inch diameter, you're going to set up a proportion. So it doesn't really matter if you go age over diameter or diameter over age, as long as you stay consistent. Okay, so if I say 15 over 3.75, I'm going to set that equal to what needs to go on top right now. Is that the variable or the 25? The variable, the age, right? Age over diameter equals age over diameter. So this would be our variable, and then 25-inch diameter. And then how do you solve that? Cross multiply. So if we cross multiply this, you get 3.75 times x equals 375. And then you just divide by 3.75, divide by 3.75. So x will be 100. 100 what? Years old. Okay. Chloe. Yes. So this one says standard form. Maybe you want to make a note of that. AX plus BY equals C is standard form. And just remember to go back and look at that document that I shared. It's in Canvas, which I know you can't access right now, but at the bottom is all those formulas. Make sure you know all those formulas, okay? So this one says you have a slope of 1/4 and a point, and we're going to put it in standard form. But if we know a point and a slope, we don't know enough to do standard form yet. So we're going to put it into point slope form. Okay, this is going to be your x1 and your y1. So we're going to go y minus your y1 value equals the slope times x minus your x1 value. And then from there, we'll distribute. So y minus 3 equals 1/4 x minus 1. And then I'm going to add 3. So I get y equals 1/4 x plus 2. Do you remember what the rule is with standard form? What can you not have in standard form? You can't have fractions. So I think on the thing, I probably... What order did I do it in? You can do it in either order right now. You can subtract the 1/4 x, or you can subtract the y and move the 2 over. Or you can multiply right now to get the fraction out of there. Either way, you'll eventually get there. I think I'll just multiply right now. So if I want to get rid of the fraction, what am I going to multiply by? By the denominator. Multiply by 4 and multiply by 4. So I have 4y equals, so 4 divided by 4 is 1, so that's just x, but don't forget to multiply this by 4 also. Okay, so that's plus 8. And then typically we don't want the leading coefficient to be the negative, so I would move the 4y over here, so x minus 4y, and then move the 8 over to the other side, or you can write it like this, x minus 4y equals negative 8. Okay, technically, if you said negative x plus 4y equals 8, it's not awful, and I'd probably give you full credit for it. It's just not the best way to put it, but you can do it. Any other questions? Yeah, Amara. Okay, so this one, it says using slope-intercept form. We have 2 points, so we can find a slope, and we have a point. So point slope is a good starting point, but we're going to put it into slope-intercept eventually. So remember we did, this is your x1, y1. This is your x2, y2. So to find the slope, that's going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Remember, that's your slope formula. So now we're going to go 3 minus 5 over negative 3 minus 1. And when we simplify that, we get negative 2 over negative 4. So what is your slope? 1/2. Negative 2 over negative 4 is 1/2. So you have your slope, and then just pick one of your points. I usually do the one that is already our x1, y1, or the one that doesn't have negatives. You can use either one. So this would be point slope form, y minus 5, y minus your y1. Remember, that's this form. Okay, so I'm just dropping numbers into that. My m is 1/2, and then it's x minus your x1 value, which is the 1 up top. But now we want to put it into slope intercept. So we want to isolate the y, get y by itself. So we're going to distribute this. Y minus 5 equals 1/2 times x minus 1/2 times 1, which is a 1/2. And then your last step is just get that 5 out of there. So add 5 and add 5, and you get y equals 1/2 x plus 4.5, or you could call that, if you don't like the mixed number, you could call it 9/2. Okay, that would be fine too. Either one of those is a good answer. Other questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Could you go back to 14?
You have a question about it, or you just want to see the answer? You want 18, is that what you said? Okay, so same thing. x1, y1, x2, y2. So negative 2 minus 1, and negative 2 minus a negative 4. So that's a negative 3. This is plus a positive. Hi.
This is for Clara. Clara O'Connell is Casa de Clara. This is her Spanish project. She forgot it.
Oh, good.
Or
Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. Okay, so this is your slope, negative 3/2. And then you're going to put one of these in as your point. So y, I'm going to use this one. Y minus your y value equals negative 3/2 times x minus your x value, which is the negative 4. Okay.
That's x plus 4.
Good job, yeah. He's not even in algebra 2, you guys. Y minus 1 equals negative 3/2 x. Okay, so I'm going to distribute this. This is plus a positive 4. What's negative 3/2 times 4?
Times 4. 6 over 2. So that's 3. Wait.
Negative 12 over 2, right? So it'd be a negative 6, right? Negative 3/2 times 4 over 1. Okay. So this is where we're at. We want it in slope intercept form. So then all you have to do is add the 1. So y equals a negative 3/2 times x minus 5 would be slope intercept. It's coming back. Slowly. What else do you have questions on? Yeah, Casey. I'll come back to you, Judy. This one, chapter 2, 6. Okay, so it says f of 1/3 plus g of negative 2. So that means 1/3 is going to get plugged into your f of x function, and negative 2 is going to get plugged into your g of x function, and you're going to add them together. So, you can go 3 times 1/3 minus 4. Okay, so this plus, and then g of negative 2 is the absolute value of negative 2 plus 3. Okay, hi. So 1 minus 4, right? Negative 3. And then 2 plus 3 is 5. So you would get a positive 2.
Oh, you started with that?
No, this is what they did last week. I split it up into different pages just to try to make it not like chaos for one of the assignments. So I did I just did pages 1 through 4. And then I did 5 through 8, and then I did 9 through after. Or like that was today.
No, they only two. They
Oh.
have like tonight they have like 2, 3, and 4. But I don't have one class of this, but I do have one tomorrow. But I might tell them just do 2 and 3,
Yeah.
and then we'll do the rest.
Okay, what's up?
I have 2 kids that are coming in to take a test. Can I just
Okay.
stay here?
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
And then I didn't tell you, I changed the question, but no one's getting it right. So I said solve by graphing, and I said explain why there's only one answer when you graphed it. And they're like,
Oh.
because it only touched once. I'm like, no, because the other 2 are imaginary. Like, so no one's getting it right.
They
so.
did, yeah. I ended up just giving the one that was the cubic
Yeah.
before. I ended up just making it a solve by factor.
Oh, another one, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
I
gonna.
Yeah, A's and F's on that one.